I might have to make this a separate video now. Luckily, I'm a partner selection coach. Okay. So, initially, what I was most upset about with the whole Jada hate train was just they weren't actually listening to her story. And that kind of pissed me off. Are you ready for this? Okay, because this is going to be the partner selection breakdown. Okay, the partner selection analysis, the official PSA of Halle Bailey. Let's get into it. Y'all digging the poetic vibes, aren't y'all? Yeah, I know it. But my voice hurts when I put on my grown woman voice, okay? It gets tiring. I'd rather sound nasally, okay? And goofy as hell, because I run into a lot less problems when I'm like that. You understand? Survival, period. Be true to your heart. You must be true to your heart. Okay, ladies, so let's get right into it. But like I said, I'm going to be a little bit long winded. And first, let me just say that if Jada's book was released before Will's, will we be telling Will to hush right about now? I think maybe it feels like Jada was kind of set up with the order of, how the book was released, in the order that the book was released. So I understand that a lot of people in the community, I'm just going to quote unquote, the community are making jokes. I understand that. But if they understand the seriousness of it, and a lot of people in the quote unquote community are having jokes about Jada's book, and in all seriousness, if they understood the seriousness of it, coupled with making the jokes, that might be one thing, but it's as though they're making the jokes and not even understanding the basis or the foundation of the book or of the concept of what's going on at all. It's like they're just trying to knock her down without actually knowing what she's talking about. And I'm not for that. If you're going to start criticizing something, at least look into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To really make fun of Jada and try to silence the Jada Pinkett Smith is crazy. It's crazy to me. So anyway, shout out to Jada and support her, ladies. Cause these men really ain't for you most of the time, and often your fellow woman is the one that's coming to your rescue. But keep on, okay? But anyways, unfortunately, we live in a patriarchy. So I wanted to insert here three main things that us women are judged on, which are by our looks, by our accomplishments, and by our behavior, like, general human beings. And it will be the same for men, and as well as the men that we select. And for men, it's the women that they select, or vice versa, or whatever the case may be. Okay? It's hard trying to say to overthrow a government when the minority of the majority financially that's relative to men as well. And it's hard trying to overthrow a government when the minority is the majority financially. You know what I'm saying? Because us women are the majority, but we fail to realize our power each and every single time. The system has so many layers of deflection going into it, so that it's nearly impossible to get out of the quote unquote matrix. So us ladies, quote unquote, gotta do what we gotta do. Here, I will insert what I like to call the lost feminists. I just want to address them real quick because they have not unlocked and realized that if they are stuck, they have yet to unlock, okay? And of which we have realized, or many of us have realized, that if we're that of what many of us have, which is the level on top of which they have peaked at the ceiling, okay? We're stuck in a patriarchy that some of us choose to make it work, make the most of it in the best way possible. And in one way in doing that is selecting the best partner suitable for us in this life that we have to live in this patriarchy. Best of it, make the most out of their situation. You know what I'm saying? Like captives. And one way of doing that is possibly by selecting the best partner that you can that's suitable and available to you at the time, which I realize that if we're stuck in this patriarchy, that some of us choose to make it work for us or make it work for them or make the most of it the best way possible addition to self-awareness coaching, that some choose to make it work for them in the best way possible, like captive, like true captives that we are, us women, okay, by selecting maybe the best partner available and suitable for them. And I definitely specialize in solutions, and I definitely specialize in partner selection as well as self awareness coaching. Okay. As most people think that they're aware, but they're really not. Also, as women, I will not be listening to Stephen A. Smith, Umar, nor any of the lot of them, okay? They they all think that they each like the same thing, and they all fail to realize that each of them are hard-headed men for the most part, okay? That like what they like. So none of them are going to like exactly the same thing in a woman or whatever they may like. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying. Like I was saying, they all think they like the same thing, and men haven't even made peace with what it is they truly may want, if not for social or societal constructs. But we can get to that in another video, okay? Age. Age is just an indicator of you in relation to your partner or your man or whomever, because again, this information can be interchanged for, LGBTQ plus members. And again, age is an indicator of you in relation to your partner. Not all age gap relationship consists of a happy-go-lucky young lady or whatever the case may be. Because a lot of ladies that are aware are fully aware that the woman is always in control, honestly. Know how to run the relationship, and the man would like it like that, period. If you have the right combination. And even the younger ladies know how to run a man, period, the proper way that you, who may be his age, okay, and a pygmisha would never know, okay, because you haven't taken your time to really try to listen, okay, to things like this and from people that clearly have studied it for a while now, okay? Period, over 10 years, period. Okay? So, these young women, they may seem happy-go-lucky to you because maybe they truly are happy-go-lucky, especially if they have a man paying all their bills as he should, and you have yet to figure it out. Okay, so don't judge her. Let her be happy. Okay, because at the end of the day, no one's happy 24/7. But if 99% of the time you're happy and you're being taken care of, yeah, I would be going to, I would be going about as free spirited as possible. Okay, even more than I already am. Okay, period. Period. I had to just make that statement real quick because the ladies that know, okay? There's some women that have no idea. Period. And they have no idea what they may be in for in the long haul. But hey, all we can do as goddesses is help impart, okay, that knowledge, that wisdom. Okay, even younger ladies can be more wise than some of these older women. Okay, if they have this knowledge. So age only matters in relation to seeing if your partner stacks up, okay, and is capable, okay? Period. One thing I definitely learned real quick, okay, after returning from my 5-year social media hiatus is that I needed me, okay? Y'all needed me, okay? Because this is ridiculous. This is a travesty. But I'm glad that there's some of the goddesses out there doing the great work, okay? I see y'all. As each each phase of life requires different goddesses, okay? So as we, us goddesses, impart our wisdom to the next level goddesses, hopefully they'll do the same. So hopefully we're doing a good job. All right. Pressure. All right. You all are accompanying me through the literal real life world experiment of all of these predictions that I'm making. Okay. So if it's actual factual, we'll start seeing some things shake and bake in a couple of in a couple years or so. We may not have to hold our breaths in certain situations, okay, for certain couples. All right. Yes, time will always tell, and no one willingly remains in an unhappy situation, no matter how good it seems. And we continue to see it happen. A lot of older women hate on younger women because they see where they made their own mistakes and subconsciously may want to create a little barrier for the younger women. I know because I've experienced it several times. Okay, several times. Still experiencing it. Okay. Okay. And with men too, like because men are more naturally competitive anyway, even if a person is literally not competing with them. Like, okay, but I'll leave that little miniature rant right there. Put a pin in it. Anyways, society is quite manipulative. Okay, let's just put it like that. It's a patriarchy. Of course it is. And a patriarchy, if we're symbolizing it, is representative of a whole narcissist. And I don't even like that word. You know what I'm saying? But because that's what a lot of people understand and things to mean, I just utilize the word because it's widely known as that or having those characteristics. Metaphorically speaking, or so, whatever the case may be, patriarchy is a narcissist. Period. If you know how to defeat a narcissist, you know how to survive in a patriarchy. Period. I know how to do both. Period. And if you need help with either, contact me at the-goddessuniverse.com. All right. Periods. Or email me at useagoddess at the-goddessuniverse.com. Okay? But yes, I state that stating this. In the past few decades, what has been taught to the younger men from the older men of that particular generation or that particular decade slot in time was degeneracy, unfortunately. And we have to eat it up. We have to understand so that we can do something different. Otherwise, we're going to keep going down a cliff. Okay. So if we have a chance to assist the younger generation in doing it better, I think we should go ahead and do that. And that's by pointing out the flaws and seeing what we can do to help them do it better. Okay. Not be hating on them because they have a better chance. You are where you are. If you want to make a difference, you can still make a difference. It's not too late for you. And if you listen to the advice that we're giving, women like me, especially my black ass, is giving, okay, because I done been through the ringer, okay? It will do you some well in hearing me out, okay? But anyways, because it's never too late. Us getting this message out actually helps the men as well because men aren't going to, especially in a particular community, black community, men aren't going to speak up against themselves even if they know they're doing terrible things because they're afraid of each other. Okay? So it will do these men well to at least say that, hey, we're on the side of good because at least it doesn't make them look like they're scared of these men. But at least it looks like they're protecting their daughters. You know what I'm saying? So how about you use that as the basis? You're protecting your daughters, your mothers, all of those. You're protecting all the women you want to bang. How about that? Do that. How about that? If that's what it takes for you to support women, but because it's for the greater good. At the end of the day, women have been supporting men time after time after time, marching. When have men marched for themselves? Okay? Women, it's time for you to start marching for yourselves. Period. I don't want to hear it no more. Start marching for yourselves. If something happens with these men, let them march for themselves. And if something happens to me, I'm gonna expect my women to march for for my black ass. And if something happens for my male counterpart, I would expect that the men will rock out for his black ass too, or just his male ass, just like for my female ass. Okay, it's no gender war. So I just want to state that again for those lost feminists that are trapped inside of a matrix because they haven't fully unlocked all of the matrices. You want to call it. That's how you know my voice is getting tired. It's 1:55 AM. I've been at it for a while now. So prior to those few decades ago, what was being passed down was, beneficial, especially in a particular community, black community. And what is now being passed down instead to the men is a less masculine man because of what the message, the ideology being passed down. And it is one of that is similar or some variation of how to use a woman to make to make a comfortable life for yourself instead of the advice that they were giving way back when, which was to go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? Go out and get it. Don't come back till you get it, period. You know what I'm saying? And now the advice that's been being given by these men is that they have to watch